Well, for today, we're getting into a lot of external rotations, so have that in mind. We're going to take this toward Akapata Galavasana. Yes, I do have the name right. Okay, or flying pigeon. So basically what we're going to be working with today is going to be this figure 4 shape, very much like what you get when you come into the pigeon stretch, keep in mind. So just to go through the demonstration very quickly, because this is where the flow is going toward each time. So what's going to happen in the main part of the flow, every sequence will bring you to the front of the mat, and this is going to start with a standing balance. So you're going to bring on one foot, you're going to lift the other foot up, and cross your legs here and just stand in this figure 4 shape. And this is the most basic part. So you want to keep your knee lifted out to the side, keep the toes of the left foot curled, keep that foot active, put just a little bend in your base knee, and that keeps the tension on your legs, and this will actually help you balance, keep in mind. Keep yourself upright, bring your hands wherever you like. So the first priority is that you don't fall on your face. If you're having trouble balancing for any reason, maybe just slide the toe down to the floor. This might be enough just to put yourself right. If you need to set the foot down, feel free. And keep in mind, if you have trouble balancing, the more hacked off you get about it, the worse it becomes. So chill out, take a deep breath, and see about bringing yourself up into standing on that base foot. And this is good enough all by itself. Now, if you can take things further, you start to move into the outer hip of the lifted leg. And for that, you start to bend to the base knee, hinge from the hips, bring yourself down. You can come down a little bit, might be enough, depending on how tight your hips are. You might be able to fold this completely over the lifted shin. You can take this as far as you like. Now, if you want to deepen that fold and take this into the stretch, you can always bring your hands down to the mat and just touch down. And if you're able to bring your hands down to the floor, this takes you to the third stage of the pose. If you're interested, you can take this toward Galavasana or flying pigeon. Now, for that, you bring both hands down. Keep that shin high in the upper arms. Try to get that shin toward the armpits as much as you can, because it's probably going to slide down. And then as you lean forward, this is basically just a cross-legged crow. So dig down to the fingertips, look forward, lean, take it slow. And then to see about lifting your base foot, you can hover it, maybe set it back down. And if you want to, you can keep it lifted. And if you can hold on to that, see about pulling your heel up toward your seat. Maybe extend the leg up and back, but just take it to where you can and take it slow. And be sure if you're extending that leg, you're bringing it up high. It's going to be actually a lot easier to hold the more you can stack this vertically. Now, to come back out of this, you just bring the knee back to the shin, the foot comes back to the floor. You back up to standing, whoop, and we'll move through the flow from there. So just have that in mind. That's what we're taking things toward today. And that is at the end of the flow. And one more demonstration here. At the beginning of the sequence, you're going to start this from down dog. And we'll take this up into a 3-legged dog first. You're going to be moving back and forth. Eventually, you'll bring this forward with your knee forward and the shoulders over your wrists. You're going to step that lifted foot down halfway down the mat and bring the second foot down in line with the first. Now, we're setting this up for basically hopping and clapping your feet. Now, to do this, and this doesn't have to be that dramatic, just keep your arms straight. Pressing your palms, dig your fingertips down. Keep the shoulders forward. No bend in the elbows here. You want to keep pressing down, take weight on your hands. And then just hop this up, clap the feet. Land light and land on your toes. So try to stay bouncy here. You don't want to set your heels down on the floor. You don't want to land hard. And you want to just take it back and forth 3 times. And with that hop, I just came up maybe about 6 inches up off the floor. It wasn't much. Keep pressing your hands to take your weight. And that's what actually lets you land light, the more you can press your hands into the floor. Now, if you can take it up higher, again, keep the arms straight, press into the fingertips. And then just hop up. Again, land this lightly. And if you want to take it toward inversion, you can definitely hop this up to where your hips come over your shoulders. But then even more importantly, still land this down lightly and land on your toes. Once you're down, we'll take that into a low lunge and we'll move through the flow from there. So just have that in mind. So to start this, let's bring ourselves into child's pose. So shins down on the mat, big toes pointing toward each other, knees out wide. Sink your seat back toward your heels. And then walk your hands forward, sink down low between your thighs. Go ahead and bring your forehead all the way down to the mat. And then when you're down, go ahead and close your eyes. Now just give yourself a moment to settle in like this. Let your mind quiet down. And then when you're ready, start to deepen your breathing here. So with the inhales, pulling as much air as you can. Try to fill up your lungs. Hold on to all that breath at the top for just a moment. When you exhale, constrict the back of your throat. So slow your breath down on the way back out. And just work here to make your exhales last at least as long as the inhales as you breathe. Now when you're ready here, take a deep inhale. With the exhale, keep your eyes closed, but walk your hands over to the right side. So extend your torso long over the right thigh, stretch long through both arms here, and just stay low. Try to keep your seat close to your heels. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, still with the eyes closed, bring your hands through center to the left side, torso long over your left thigh, and just stretch both arms long here. Try to stay low. Deep inhale. Now with the exhale, bring it back through center to the right side, torso long over your right thigh. Now reach the left arm as far right as you can, and then see about bending the right elbow. Pull that hand back outside your leg. And then take this a little bit further. Press the right hand down, sink your left shoulder toward the floor, and stretch the left side of your torso a little bit longer. Keep breathing here. With your next inhale, reach the right arm in line with the left. And then with the exhale, walk the hands through center. Take it to the left one more time. Torso over your left thigh. Reach that right hand as far left as you can go, and then pull the left hand back. Bend the elbow. Press the left hand down outside your left leg. Sink the right shoulder down. A little bit of a twist here just to lengthen the right side a bit more. With your next inhale, reach that left arm in line with the right. And with the exhale, walk the hands back into center. Open your eyes. And bring the hands in toward your knees. Sit yourself upright. Now you can take a cross-legged seat if that suits you best, but otherwise just keep yourself up tall. When you're ready, take an inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, reaches up high again. Exhale, hands through center. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale, through center again. Inhale, reaches up high. Now with the exhale, this time just lean to the right side. Right hand to the floor, left arm reaching right. Just stretch this long, bring your gaze up high. With your next inhale, bring it to center, reach with both arms. Exhale, lean left. Left hand down, right arm reaching left. Gaze high here and stretch this out long. With your next inhale, come back to center, arms high. Now with the exhale, bring the hands down through heart center, down to the floor. And just go ahead and lift your hips, come into all fours. Take a moment, move around just a bit. Stretch your hands, stretch your fingers. Move the shoulders and hips. And now I'm just shifting around for the camera, keep in mind. But we're going to take this back and forth into a Galavasana variation of twisting here. So from all fours, point your toes over to the left side. And then walk your hands to the right. So bring the right hip down to the floor. Right hand comes down behind you, left hand outside the right thigh. Now sit this up tall. Extend long through your spine, crown of the head toward the ceiling. Look over your right shoulder. And use your left arm. Just press it to the right leg and just breathe here and hold the twist. Keep lengthening through your spine. Now I want to stay here, and you can just keep this twist if you like. If you want to take this a little bit further, bring the left palm down to the floor, curl the toes of both feet and kick down. And then just to feel this out, go ahead pressing your hands. See about lifting your hips and pressing them forward just a bit. And then sink back down. And just move back and forth like this and just work this. There should be an odd sensation in the hips, especially if you don't move like this too much. Now if you feel any twinge in the knee, just go ahead and stay down. You don't want to push through that, keep in mind. Just working a little bit of mobility from some of the stranger small muscles around your hip joints. Now if you're moving, just go ahead and bring yourself all the way back down for a moment. And then when you're ready, everybody, walk the hands through center. Go ahead, lift your hips, take it to the other side. So the toes are going to point right. Bring your left hip down. Left hand sets behind you, right hand outside your left thigh. And again, sit this up tall. Crown of the head toward the ceiling. Look back over your left shoulder. Use the right arm, press it to your left leg, and just breathe as you're twisting here. Keep the spine extending. Now again, you can just sit and hold the twist, and this is good enough. If you want to take it further, go ahead and bring your right hand down as you twisted, and kick into both feet, and just see about lifting and lowering the hips, and you don't have to take this too far. Just feel it out. And again, if you feel any twinge in the knees, just go ahead and keep yourself down and keep the twist. And then from wherever you are from here, go ahead, press into the hands. Walk this back into center. Come into all fours. And from all fours, just shake your legs out a little bit and feel any odd tension around the hips for a moment. Let it go. And then go ahead, walk your knees forward behind your wrists. Now once the knees come forward, cross the ankles behind you. Now ideally what you can do is just sit this down and bring your seat over your heels. If you need to, bring the legs out to the sides. Either way, go ahead and bring yourself down onto the mat. And we'll set this up for a few variations of reverse tabletop. So feet in front of you, hips width distance apart to start. Hands behind the shoulders about shoulder width. Palms down, fingertips forward if you can. You can always rotate the fingers to the side, right and left. But when you're ready from here, just press on the hands and feet, lift your seat up off the floor. And let's take it up and down. So with the inhale, press your hips high. Exhale, sink back down. Inhale, lift up again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, press this high. Exhale, come back down. And then with your next inhale, lift and just stay lifted. Now as you hold on to this, keep your glutes squeezing, your hips pressing high. You can look forward, look up, or look back, whatever you like. Just breathe with this here. Keep the tension of the lift. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, come all the way down. Now once you come down, you can take a moment, shake your hands out. I want to take two other variations here. Now I want to take this with some external rotation of the hips. So to start, just turn your toes out to the sides, the heels point in towards center. And if you want to take it a little bit further, you can step the feet wider, and you don't have to go too wide. Just going an inch or two to the right and left is going to feel like quite a bit of a difference, keep in mind. But keep your feet rotated like this with the toes out to the sides. Hands still behind the shoulders about shoulder width. Now press into the floor, lift your seat up off the mat. And we'll take it up and down like this. So with the inhale, press your hips up high again. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, lift this up. Exhale, come down. Inhale, press your hips high. Exhale, sink down again. And then with your next inhale, lift and just hold. Now as you hold on to this, you can look wherever you like, forward, up, or back, but keep your chest lifting, keep your glutes squeezing, and keep the knees pulling out wide as you're lifting. And just breathe here and feel the difference between this version and the last one. Take an inhale. With the exhale, sink this all the way down. Now once you come down, just take a moment, shake your hands out a little bit. And we'll take one more variation here. So bring the feet back, hips width distance apart if they went out wider. And this time, internal rotation. So keep the heels at center. Rotate the toes in towards center so the heels are pointing out to the sides. And you can always bring the feet in a little bit closer, but again, you're not going to have to change the position too much to feel the difference. So hands behind the shoulders, about shoulder width, press your palms. Lift your seat up off the floor. And then back and forth like this. With the inhale, press up high. Exhale, sink back down. Inhale, lift your hips up again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, press this up high. Exhale, bring it down. Now with the inhale, lift one more time and hold here. Now keep your glutes squeezing, keep your hips lifting, squeeze the knees toward each other to emphasize that internal rotation. And again, you can have your gaze wherever you like, forward, up, or back, but just keep breathing and hold that lift. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, come all the way back down. Once you're down, just take a moment, shake your hands out a little bit. And then when you're ready, go ahead, take hold of your knees. Squeeze them into your chest. We're going to take this into boat pose here. So bring the thighs in close, sit this up tall, and just lean back enough to take the weight off your feet. And just find your balance with the feet just barely up off the floor. Now tense up around you, basically at the hip crease. So in your core, in the low belly, and try to keep the thighs in close like this. And then go ahead and release your grip. Now to take this further, still try to sit this up tall, keep the thighs closed, and see about just lifting your feet. Hold your position here. Now we're going to go back and forth from here, and we're going to move. So to take this back and forth, we'll take the first round slow, and this is just to get further into the hips. So when you're ready, just roll this forward with the left foot down, right leg goes straight forward, lean forward inside your left leg. Now the left hand comes to your left knee, right hand's on the floor at your side. Now once you press down to the floor, lift the right hip and lift the right leg, and try to keep that entire right leg in line, parallel to the floor. And then sit this back down, and that should light up the left inner thigh. Bring it back to center and find boat with the legs together. Now take it into the side, roll forward, right foot down, left leg forward, lean forward inside the right leg, left hand down, right hand to the right knee. Now press up off the floor, lift that left leg and lift your left hip. Try to come up to parallel with the floor here. And then sink it back down, bring your legs together and find boat. Back and forth, come forward, left foot down, right leg forward. Press into the floor, lift that right leg, lift the right hip. And then bring it back down, bring your legs together, come back to boat. Other side, right foot down, left leg forward, left hand down, right hand to your right knee, lift that left hip up off the floor and lift the left leg. And then again, bring it back down, bring your legs back together. Roll forward, left foot down, right leg forward. Lift up and hold. And then come back down, legs together, back to boat. Roll forward with the right foot down, left leg forward, press up off the floor and hold. Sink back down, Legs together, back to boat. Couple more rounds. Roll forward, left foot down, right leg forward, lift. And then sink back down. Bring your legs together, back to boat. Forward, right foot down, left leg forward, lift your hips up off the floor. And then sink back down and bring your legs back together one more round. Left foot down, right leg forward, lift up off the floor, hold here. And then come back down, legs together, back to boat. One more time the other side, right foot down, left leg forward, lift and hold. And then again, sink back down, bring your legs together, back to boat. Now draw the thighs in close, sit this up tall, best you can. If you can take it further, try to keep the thighs in close and maybe lift the feet up high. Take an inhale. Now the exhale, cross at the ankles, roll forward, your hands find all fours. And once you come into all fours, take a moment here, move around, stretch your hands, stretch your fingers, let the shoulders and hips move side to side, feel things out. And just loosen up your spine. Now come into center in all fours. We're going to take this into the wrists. So I want you to walk the hands back a little bit closer to your knees, maybe about 1 or 2 hands lengths. And with the hands closer like this, flip them over. Backs of the hands down, palms facing up, fingertips pointing in toward your knees. Now flatten your hands, spread your fingers out wide, press your fingertips down, press your spine up toward the ceiling, keep your spine lifted like this. And just take as much or as little weight on the hands as you need to feel a stretch. Now keep your fingertips pressing down, keep the hands active, and just breathe into the stretch. Let it move through the wrists and up into the forearms. And if you need to back off from the intensity, you can always bring the hands in closer. Now it's enough to just stay here and hold that stretch. Keep your fingertips pressing into the floor. If you can take this further, then keep your knees bent, but lift the right knee, and then try to set the right heel down outside the right hand, which is a little bit more challenging you might think, and then bring the right knee down to the floor. And then lift your left knee. Bring that heel down outside your left hand best you can. And then set the knee down. And just switch it out. Bring the right heel forward outside the right hand again. And then go ahead and set that knee down. Left heel forward outside your left hand. And then bring the knee back down. One more round. Right heel outside the right hand again. Set the knee down. Bring the left heel forward outside your left hand. Set the knee down. And then come up onto the fingertips. And let's switch this out. So this time, palms down, fingers rotated to the side, maybe in toward your knees. Come as far in that rotation as you can. Flatten your hands, spread your fingers out wide, dig your fingertips down into the floor. And here again, keep your hands active, keep gripping the mat. Press your spine up toward the ceiling, keep your arms straight. Breathe with this. Now, if this is enough, just stay here. If you want to take this further, see about sliding your hands forward or maybe sliding your knees back and taking more weight on your hands. Just take this to where you can. You don't have to force it, keep in mind. And then if you want to take it further still, dig down to the fingertips, bring the right knee out to the side, point the toes to the right. And with an inhale, just extend the right leg straight back. Exhale, bring it forward, knee to right shoulder. Inhale the right leg back. Exhale, knee to right shoulder again. Inhale the right leg back. Exhale, knee to shoulder one more time. And then to set the right knee down. Still gripping the floor, take it on the other side. Lift your left knee out to the side, try to keep the toes pointed left. And with an inhale, extend that left leg back. Exhale, knee to left shoulder. Inhale the left leg back again. Exhale, knee to left shoulder. Inhale the left leg back. Exhale, knee to shoulder one more time. And then just go ahead and set that left knee down. Now come up onto the fingertips. Walk your hands back in. Come down to sitting on your heels. And just take a moment, shake your hands out. Loosen up your fingers and loosen up your wrists. Now once the hands are ready, come back into all fours. And from all fours, we're going to take this down to a reclining position. So go ahead and bring your right forearm to the floor and bring the right hip down. So you're going to lay on your right side, basically, propped up on the right arm. Now left foot steps behind your right leg. Keep the toes of the right foot pointed to the side and keep that right leg straight. Left hand in front of your chest, lean into your left hand. Now we're going to focus on the right inner thigh here. So the right hip stays on the floor, but then as best you can, lift that right foot up high and then set it back down. Lift the right foot high again and then bring it back down. Lift the right foot high, bring it down again, and then one more time, right foot high, hold here, keep the toes pointed to the side. Now I'll take it further. I'm going to pulse and bring that foot up higher on my count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then set the leg down. Now roll into center, come back to all fours. And we'll take it down on the other side. So bring your left forearm down to the floor and come onto your left hip. Left leg straight, toes point out to the side. Right foot steps behind your left leg. Press that foot into the floor. And bring the right hand in front of your chest. Lean into your right hand. Now keep the left hip down and work the left leg from here. So lift that left foot up as high as you can, and then set it back down. Bring the left foot up high, and then again set it down. Left foot up as high as you can, bring it back down, and then one more time, lift the left foot, keep it lifted like this. Now press into the right foot, and then pulse the left foot higher. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then come back down, come back into all fours. And from all fours, maybe just move around for a moment. Shake your legs out a little bit, let go of any extra tension on the inner thighs. And then we'll warm this up just a little bit further. So bring it into center in all fours. Wrist, sink the shoulders, knees under your hips. Now tuck the toes of both feet. Hover your knees up off the floor just an inch or two. And then let's go back and forth from here. So press in your hands, sink your seat back toward your heels like you're crouching down, ready to pounce. And then come forward, still all fours with the knees lifted. And then again, sink this back toward your heels. Bring it forward back to all fours. Sink back toward your heels again. And bring this forward. Sink back toward the heels. Bring it forward again. One more time, sink back toward the heels. And then come forward, and then go ahead and set your knees down. Now from here, we're going to take this a little bit differently here. Go ahead and flatten out your feet. Step the right foot forward. And press into your right hand. Now we're going to take this into a figure four while we're in all fours. So lift your left hand up off the floor, take hold of the right ankle, and then bring that right ankle past your left thigh. Now try to get the right leg high up on the left leg toward the hip crease as close as you can. You don't have to force it, but just feel it out. And keep the right knee to the side, keep the toes of the right foot curled, and keep that foot active. Now if this is enough, just stay here, and you can hold on to the foot. Maybe lean back into this a little bit. If you want to take it further, bring the left hand down, press into your hands, tuck the toes of your left foot, and maybe lift that left knee up off the floor. Now, if you're able to lift the knee, start to take it back and forth and move around. Maybe fold deeper into the cross of the legs. Now, this is good enough. You can just stay warmed up and just move into that stretch in the right outer hip. If you want to take this further, you can take this deeper, and this will lead us toward Ekapada Galavasana on the forearm, so baby Galavasana. Now, if you're interested, walk your hands in closer and round your spine. Try to bring everything in tight over your crossed legs. And then if you're ready to take it down, give it a try. Bring the right forearm down to the floor, set it down close. Come down onto your left forearm as well, but hook the right foot over your left upper arm. Now, if you're able to get that right leg across both upper arms, start to look forward, start to lean. Maybe you can lift the left foot. This is not easy, and not easy at all. If you want to go further, you can extend that left leg up and back and come into the fuller arm balance. Your face will be very close to the floor. And if you brought it up at all, go ahead and bring this down. It's not a comfortable shape to be in for very long. And again, that's not easy to do at all. Just work things as best you can. We're just looking for that stretch, that cross of the legs. So come back into all fours. Now from here, let's take it to the other side. Step your left foot forward. And with the left foot forward, put the weight to the left hand, lift the right, take hold of your left ankle. And then bring that left ankle across the right thigh. Now try to get that left leg as high up on the right leg as you can toward the hip crease. And curl the toes of the left foot, keep the toes curled and keep that leg active. Now maybe you just stay here. You can hold the foot, you can bring both hands down and just sink into the stretch. That's good enough. If you want to go deeper, tuck the toes of the right foot, lift the right knee, see about bringing your hips up higher. Maybe walk the hands back in and curl into your crossed legs. And that'll definitely be a deeper stretch. Now if you want to take this toward that baby Galavasana, give it a try on this side. Bring the hands in close, stay rounded through your spine. And then see about bringing your left forearm down, right forearm down as well. Now hook the left foot on the right arm. And then if you're able to get that leg across both upper arms, look forward and lean to lift the right foot. Maybe extend that right leg up and back if you want to take it there. I got the tip of my nose touching the floor. This is not easy to do at all. And again, if you came even close to that, go ahead and bring yourself down. Not comfortable being that for too long. And then come back into all fours and just take a moment to breathe and move around. Now, if you like, you can just stay here and breathe. Take a little break. Maybe take another stretch before we move on. But whenever you're ready, go ahead, tuck your toes, straighten your legs, lift your hips, and bring yourself into downward facing dog. Now, once you move into down dog, take a moment here, pedal out, let your hips move side to side. And then look at how you set up the position here. So hands about shoulder width distance apart, flatten your palms. Dig your fingertips down and see that you're getting some weight toward the base of your thumbs, not just the outside edge of the hand. Sink your chest low to the floor. Even as your chest sinks down, press your hips up toward the ceiling as high as you can. Keep that reach of the hips. And if your legs are tight, if your hamstrings are tight, let go of the tension by bending your knees. And maybe just stay here with the knees bent. You can always pedal this out and let your hips move side to side. Stay loose. When you're ready here, take an inhale.
With the exhale, bend your knees, look forward, and step this to the front of the mat. Let's take a ragdoll fold. So feet about hips width distance apart, deep bend in the knees. Let your belly touch your thighs, let your head hang, let your spine round. And let everything go long and loose here, let the muscles of your neck relax. Now you can hang your hands to the floor, and that's enough. You can reach to opposite elbows if you want to take it further, and maybe shake this out side to side to loosen even more. And then from wherever you are, just release any grip that you have. Keep the bend in the knees to begin, but then restack your spine. So just slowly round this up to standing. And bring your head up last. And just open up your palms at your sides. Now when you're ready here, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands down to heart center. Take a moment here to breathe, set an intention. Let your mind clear, find your focus. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release your hands. With the next inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, slowly fold this forward. So hinge at the hips, start with a straight spine, put a little bend in your knees. Keep your core engaged, move smoothly, and then just release this at the bottom. Now with an inhale, lift up halfway, fingertips to the floor, to the shins, lengthen forward to the crown of your head. And then bring your hands to the mat and step this back to high plank. Now find your shape here, wrists under the shoulders, palms press to the floor, press the floor away from you. Press your spine up toward the ceiling, try to keep your spine lifted as the highest point between the shoulder blades. Now use some tension in your core, hold your hips underneath the shoulders and heels best you can, and then take an inhale. Now with the exhale, slowly bring your shoulders forward as the elbows bend. Keep your body in line, elbows pulled into your sides, and lower with control all the way down into your belly. Once you're down, flatten the feet out behind you, hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides. Let's take it up and down through low cobra. With an inhale, peel up your head, neck, and chest. Exhale, roll this down. Inhale, peel this up again. Exhale, roll back down. Inhale, peel up one more time. Now stay lifted here. Keep the lift in the upper body. Press into your feet. Take some or all the weight out of your hands. Elbows at your sides. Pull the shoulders back. Keep your gaze forward. And then work to lift this up just a little bit higher. Take an inhale. Exhale, roll back down. Now hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides, press the palm to the floor. Let's take it upward facing dogs. With an inhale, straighten your arms. Now pull your chest forward, let your hips hang, stand the tops of your feet in this position. And keep your legs active, work to lift the knees up from the mat. Take it further, kick your feet down, squeeze your glutes. Pull your hips forward, deepen and lengthen the arc through the front. Now lift with your arms, but lift with your shoulders as well. Make your neck nice and long, keep your chest pulling forward. And then take an inhale. With the exhale, pull your belly and bring your hips up high, back to down dog. Pedal out for a moment, let your hips move side to side. Now from your down dog, inhale the right leg high behind you. And with your right leg lifted, open up to a scorpion dog. Bend the right knee, hang the right foot left. Keep the shoulders square to the front, feel the twist. With your next inhale, straighten the right leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring it forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Now inhale the right leg high. Exhale, bring it forward, knee to right elbow. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, knee to right elbow again. Now stay here, stay forward around your spine. And then set the right foot down halfway down the mat. Bring the left foot forward next to the right. Now we're setting up for those hops. So press your palms into the floor, grip the floor with your fingers, shoulders over wrists, keep your arms straight. When you're ready, hop, clap your feet, land light, land on your toes. And again, do it 3 times. Now you can take it up high, you can keep it low. But again, try to keep it smooth, keep it light. And then after your third hop, let's take it to low lunge. So bring the right foot between your hands, slide your left foot back, and set this up. So be sure your feet on 2 separate tracks, hips width distance side to side, left heel lifted behind. When you're ready, hands to your hips. With an inhale, bring this all the way to upright. Now give yourself a moment just to find your position, slowly breathing down. Deep into the right knee, left leg towards straight, the left hip's pulled forward, right hip is pulled back. Now if you're losing your balance, make sure your stance is wide. You can always bring that right foot further to the side. Keep your spine upright. Reach the arms straight up, palms facing in. Now we're going to go back and forth from here to a reverse warrior. Most of the action is in that back leg. So when you're ready, just drop the left heel. Left hand, left thigh, right arm reaches up and back. Keep the right knee bent. And then bring yourself back upright. Lift your left heel and square the hips forward. Now again like that, drop the left heel. And then left hand, left thigh, right arm up and back. Let's see if I can get this right. Okay, bring the arms to vertical, lift your left heel, this is what I'm talking about, and square the hips forward. Now one more time. Drop the left heel. Left hand, left thigh, right arm up and back. Gaze high. Keep the right knee bent. And just breathe into this here. With your next inhale, both arms high. Lift your left heel, square your hips forward, and just breathe. Now I want to take this into the back leg. So still reaching, keep your spine tall. Take an inhale. With the exhale, dip that left knee down low, just above the floor. Inhale, bring this up. Exhale, sink back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Now inhale, lift. Exhale, lower one more time. Hover the knee, stay tall through your spine. We're going to pulse here. Just bounce that knee a little bit on my count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. With an inhale, straighten that left leg. And with the exhale, hands through center, move into a twist. Bring that left elbow outside the right thigh. Now press the elbow to the thigh, press the palms here, look over the right shoulder. And then go ahead, bring your left knee all the way down. Flatten the left foot behind you. So we're keeping the twist and taking this to Vinyasa. Bend into the right knee, sink the left hip down and forward. Lengthen out the front of the left side. And keep your twist, look toward the back of the mat. Now if you want to take it further, engage this more. You can kick into the top of the left foot and just hover that left knee up off the floor, still staying low. Just an option, keep in mind. All right, everybody take an inhale. And with the exhale, release this. Both hands down outside the right foot. Now stay low and adjust the stance if you need to. Hips are sinking down, pressing forward. Press your torso into your right thigh. And then when you're ready, while you're down, look forward. Bring your hands to your low back. Interlace the fingers, palms together. Draw the shoulders back, open up your chest. And then slowly peel yourself off that right leg. Press the knuckles toward the floor. Bring your gaze up high and still sink the hips down low. Just breathe into this. Now with an inhale, press into that right foot, stack the hips over your left knee, and look forward. And then we're going to bring the balance forward from here. So come forward to that right leg, lean forward. Tuck the toes of the left foot. Lift the left knee up off the floor, you're back in high lunge. And then when you're ready, bring all the way forward to that right foot. Come to standing with your left knee high. Now give yourself a moment to establish your balance here. Dig into that right big toe, slow your breathing down. And keep the bind if you're able. You can always release it if you need to. But to move from here, I want you to touch the left heel to the right knee. And then sink down. Left knee touches the right calf. Keep looking forward. Bring it back up, heel to knee. And then sink back down, knee to calf. Bring it up again, heel to knee. Come back down, knee to calf again. Now bring it up, heel to knee, hold here for a moment. And just move all the way to that figure four. So bring the left ankle across the right thigh. Now curl the toes left foot, keep the knee to the side, just a little bend in that right knee, and maybe just stay balanced like this. You can always release your hands. Now if you want to take this down further, go ahead, bend that right knee, hinge from the hips, keep your chest open, shoulders back. Maybe sink down a little bit, maybe a lot. You can press your knuckles toward the ceiling and stretch the shoulders as well. And if you want to fold completely over that lifted shin, you can always release the fingertips down to the floor. Now, if you're able to bring the hands down, you can take the arm balance. For that, you can bring both palms down, shin high on the upper arms. Look forward and lean. Take it slow. Now, maybe hover the right foot up. You can set it back down. Maybe pull that heel toward your seat. And maybe extend that right leg up and back. Just take this to where you can. All right, if that right foot's lifted, let's bring it back in. Bring the knee to the shin, the foot comes to the floor. Everybody, hands to your hips. With an inhale, come up to standing with your left knee high. And with the exhale, just set that foot down. With your next inhale, when you're ready, arms up high. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, lift up halfway. And then with the exhale, set the hands, take it through your Vinyasa. Once you find your down dog, take a moment, paddle out and breathe. We'll take all that to the other side. With your next inhale, raise your left leg high. With your left leg lifted, open to your scorpion dog. Bend the left knee, hang the left foot right. Let your hips open up, but keep the shoulders squared. With your next inhale, straighten the left leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring it forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Now inhale your left leg high. Exhale forward, knee to left elbow. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, knee to left elbow, stay forward, stay lifted. And bring the left foot down halfway down the mat. Right foot comes forward next to left. Now again, for those hops, pressing your palms, dig your fingertips down, arms straight, shoulders over wrists. And take it light, so pressing your hands, hop up, clap your feet. Land your toes. And again, do it 3 times. Now after that third hop, step your left foot forward between your hands, slide the right foot back, find your low lunge. So feet on two separate tracks, right heel lifted behind. When you're ready, hands to your hips. With an inhale, bring this all the way to upright. Now again, see that your stance is stable here. Deep bend of the left knee, right leg towards straight, the heels lifted behind, right hip pulls forward. If you're starting to get wobbly, make sure the stance is wide enough. You can always bring that left foot to the side. Arms up high, palms facing in. And again, back and forth from here to the reverse warrior. Most of the action's in that right leg. So take an inhale. With exhale, drop the right heel. Right hand to the right thigh, left arm reaches high and back, gaze up high. Now come back to center. Reach up through both arms. Lift the right heel, square your hips forward. Again like that, drop the right heel. Right hand to the right thigh, left arm up and back, gaze up high. Bring it back through center. Reach up through both arms and square your hips. One more time, drop the right heel. Right hand to the right thigh, left arm up and back, gaze up high here, stay low in that left leg. And then one more time, arms up high, bring it back to center, pull that right hip forward, find your high lunge. Now let's take it to the back leg, keep your torso upright, take an inhale. With the exhale, dip low into that right knee just above the floor. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower. Now stay low this time. Stay tall, just hover the knee, and we'll pulse here. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now with an inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, hands through center, right elbow outside your left thigh this time, moving to the twist. Now press the elbow to the thigh, press the palms here, open your chest to the left. As you twist it, go ahead, bring the right knee all the way down and keep it down. Flatten the right foot, pull the right hip down and forward, deepen your twist and look toward the back of the mat. This is good enough right here. Now stay long. If you want to go further and activate this a bit more, you can kick into the right foot, just hover the right knee up above the floor, but keep that right hip low. Take an inhale. With the exhale, release. Bring both hands down around that left foot. Now, sink this down further. Again, this is Vinyasa. Let the hips sink down, press them forward, lengthen up the front of the right side, and keep your torso on your left thigh. So hands to your low back. Find the interlace that feels strange. Bring the palms together, draw the shoulders back, open up your chest, and then slowly just peel this up. Press the knuckles toward the floor, bring your gaze up high, lengthen out the right side. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, just bring your gaze forward. Press into the left foot, stack your hips over the right knee for just a moment. And then we'll take it toward that high lunge and into balancing. So sink forward toward the left foot, tuck the toes to the right. Lift the right knee. When you're ready, bring this forward onto the left foot, right knee high, and find your balance here. Now press in that left big toe, slow your breathing down. And then we'll move from here. So the right heel touches your left knee. Now sink down, right knee touches your left calf. Bring it back up, heel to knee. And then come back down, knee to calf. Bring it up again, heel to knee. Down one more time, knee to calf. Bring it up again, heel to knee, hold here. And then move into your figure four when you're ready. Right ankle past your left thigh. Now maybe stay here with the bind. You can let it go if you like. And maybe just stand here with a little bend in that left knee. Keep the toes of the right foot curled. Now if you want to go deeper, hinge from the hips. Start to bend into that left knee and maybe sink down. You can always press your knuckles toward the ceiling. And maybe even fold this completely over the lifted shin. You can always bring your fingertips down to the floor and just keep the fold. Now, if you get your hands down, take it toward the arm balance, maybe. Palms down, shin high in the arms, look forward and lean, go slow. Dig your fingertips down. Now, maybe hover the left foot, you can always set it back. Maybe pull the heel up, maybe extend the leg up and back. Now, slowly, if that left foot's lifted, bring the knee back to the shin. The foot comes back to the floor. And then everybody, from wherever you are, hands to your hips. With an inhale, bring yourself to standing with that right knee high for just a moment. And then with the exhale, set the foot down. On your next inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, fold this all the way down. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, hands to the mat. Take it through another Vinyasa. Once you find your down dog, paddle out here and breathe. All right, once you find your down dog, take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, bend the knees and bring yourself down to all fours. Now once you come down, we'll take this into Galavasana actually. So once you're in all fours, bring the right knee forward to the center of the mat. Right foot goes to the left side. Cross your legs and pull the left knee in directly behind the right. Bring your feet out wide. And with the heels wide like this, squeeze the legs together, come down to sitting between your heels. Now, if your hips are too tight and this isn't going to work for any reason, just sit down, keep that left leg, the bottom leg extended forward, the right leg crossed tightly over your left knee, and just sit this upright and feel this out. Now take this with a half bind first. So right arm behind your back, palm facing away. With your left hand, reach back, find the grip. Now you can hold the wrist, you can reach for the elbow or take a grip somewhere in between. But pull back on that right arm, feel the stretch in the front of the right shoulder. And let this open up your chest. Now if you want the full bind, bring that right hand up between the shoulder blades. The left hand comes from above. And see about finding a grip somewhere between here. Now, whatever grip you have, let this draw the shoulders back, open up your chest. I recommend just sitting this upright and letting the shoulders open up. If you want to fold it forward, feel free. But just breathe with this and take the combination of stretches that works best for you in this pose. Take a deep inhale. Now with the exhale, just release whatever arm bind you're in. Hands down behind you, lean back, untangle your legs. And then just cross at the ankles, roll forward to the hands, find all fours. And then from all fours, we'll take it to the other side. So when you're ready, bring your left knee forward to the center of the mat. Left foot goes to the right. Right knee directly behind the left. Squeeze the legs together as they cross. Get your heels out wide. And as the legs are squeezing, come down to sitting between your heels. Now again, if you need to back off, you can always extend the bottom leg, the right leg forward, the left leg crossed. But just take this the way you need to here. And sit yourself down. Now when you're ready, let's take the arm bind from below first. So left arm crosses your low back, palm face away. With your right hand, reach back and find the grip that suits you here. You can hold the wrist, the elbow, somewhere in between. Draw the shoulder back and open up your chest again. Now if you want the full bind, bring that left hand up between the shoulder blades. The right arm comes from above. And see about finding your grip somewhere between here. Now, whichever bind you take, open up your chest, let the shoulders get pulled back. I do recommend just working on the shoulder opening because that's what most people need, but if you want to fold it forward, you always can. All right, take an inhale here. And then with the exhale, just release your grip. Both hands down behind you, lean back, untangle the legs. And this time, come all the way down onto your back. Now, once you're down, draw your knees into your chest, just squeeze everything in for a moment. And then we'll take a supine twist from here. So go ahead and release the left leg, extend it out fully. And with your left hand, take hold of the right knee. Right arm out to your side. Now keep the shoulders down, and when you're ready, just with that left hand, pull the right knee across your body, tuck the left hip underneath, and let your body twist. Bring your gaze to the right. Now feel the stretch in the outer right hip toward your low back, and this might be enough. If you need more, you can press down with your left hand. If you want to take it further, you can extend that right leg out to the side. And if you want to take it even further still, you can do this with two bound legs. So if you want, you can bend the left knee. If you lift that foot high enough, take hold of the foot with the right hand. Now, whatever grip you have, be sure your shoulders are on the floor. Kick into the hand or hands, and just take the variation of the twist that works for you right now. Keep breathing with this. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, just slowly release whatever grip you have. Bring this back to center. And bring your knees into your chest side by side. And then just switch it out as you're ready. Extend the right leg, bring the right hand to your left knee, and left arm out to your side. Now keep both shoulders down, pull the left knee across your body, tuck your right hip underneath. Bring your gaze left this time. And look for the stretch in the outer left hip toward the low back on this side. Now if you need more, you can always press down with the right hand. If you want to take it further, maybe extend your left leg. And if you want that double bind, you can bend the right knee, and if you can bring the foot high enough, take hold of it with the left hand, and then just kick into your hand, or hands, whatever it is, and keep both shoulders down. Feel the twist and just breathe into this here. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, just release your grip. Bring this back into center. Again, knees to your chest side by side. And when you're ready, take this into happy baby. Go ahead, reach between the knees. Take hold of the outside edges of your feet. Stack your ankles above your knees. And pull down on both sides. So draw the knees toward the floor, outside your ribs. Press your feet back up into your hands at the same time. And just keep the tension working both up and down. Now work to flatten out your spine, sink your tailbone toward the floor. If you want to go further, you can rock this a little bit side to side. Further still, you can extend your legs out against your grip. And then finally, from wherever you are, take a deep inhale here, draw it down as much as you can. And then with your exhale, just release. Extend your legs out fully. Lay your arms at your sides. Open up your palms toward the ceiling. And just let your eyes close here and let your body settle down into the mat for a moment. And when you're ready here, start to move again bit by bit. Fingers and toes. Arms and legs. And extend this out. Take a deep inhale. Reach your arms out long past your head. And just let your body stretch out for a moment or two. And then draw this back in. Bring the elbows toward your chest. Pull your knees up as well. And then just take your time. Find your way up to a comfortable seat. And then just ground yourself into the mat here, stack your spine. Bring your hands up to heart center. Take a deep inhale here, hold on to the top. And then just let everything go. Thank you for joining class today. Namaste.